I just rather get the bag and start collecting the rings. But I done spoke too much, close curtain and scene. I am not a human being, I'm a full machine. I ain't holier than thou, I don't judge, I sing. Just staying down for the come up till I reign supreme. Let's get it. Yeah, hit boy, we got another one. Ha. Man, y'all boys ain't ready for this, man. I'm still grinding, I'm still hungry.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
DC! 14!
They'll start on the ground with Swift. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This defense for the Dolphins, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The Lions sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
On 1st and 10, Goff. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. They run. It's Williams. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. Goff on 1st down. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Swift is in for a Lions touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of people are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On play action, here's Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
That was an okay hookup there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try and run here with Mostert. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And credit the tackle to Brandon Jones.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. 2nd quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Goff. Oh, the ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Dolphins are going to have it here just past the 25.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
There's no quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he is going to have the Dolphins 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Tua. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. And that's on Austin Jackson, 1st-round pick in 2020. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Got a man. That's Trent Sherfield. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 37. A good pick up there of 20 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Tua going to throw. And a completion to Wilson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the 2nd quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And when a team advances as far as they did, got over the 50-yard line, don't you think that drive deserved a better ending? I think he needs to get with his coaches on the sidelines, make some immediate adjustments, and that's what you do. You don't wait. You do it from series to series because drives like that end with a turnover, that's multiple times they picked him off already in this opening half.
2nd and 5 now. Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Goff a handoff here to Swift. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Back to throw. Goff. And that's knocked away and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7, and it'll be Dolphin football.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. defensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
You're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. From the gun, a run with Mostert. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Trent Sherfield, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted. Brandon Jones picking it off. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Being chased out left. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. Good work on the scamper by Tagovailoa. It's a 1st down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that 1st down pickup.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Now Tua. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Tua sets up to pass it. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. From his end zone, Wilson. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5. Play action. Now it's Tua. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Alex Anzalone coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Looking to pass. Tua. And quick throw. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that is not the way you want to begin the half when you're only up by 1 score. A turnover right away.
And my guess that in the locker room, that's what the defensive coordinator on the other side was saying. We've got to find a way to get the football back for our offense. And they were able to do it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now gone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, it should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins will take over possession here up at the 44. And that's now a half-dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games or 3 the last game, 3.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions. Touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the 3rd quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And boy, that sure turned out well for them.
From his end zone, Wilson. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right, throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Up the middle they go with Mostert. And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. There on the tackle, Amani Oruwariye. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come up.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. And that could turn out to be a giant play, Charles. You've got an offense driving to take the lead, but they're turned away on the INT.
And I think that we might look back on this in the 4th quarter and say, that was the play of the game.
Down to about the 45. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get this down close to a 1st down at about the Dolphins' 39. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And he's going to have a Lions 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Swift. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4 on 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And Shark calls it in. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
17.
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big, or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now Goff on 3rd and goal. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this fourth quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well defense right there. He saw the play in front of him and able to hold the point of attack. Then he sheds it and goes and makes a tackle for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 31-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 27, Tua. Caught, it's Wilson. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 16. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Ready, set.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Mostert. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Good job there defensively to push him back on 1st down. I'm not sure if this is 4-down territory or not because they can kick the field goal and get it back within a score. But you know that's not what they're thinking right now. A field goal has to be their last option.
Again, it's Mostert. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now gone. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Now Tua. That's caught by Wilson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The full start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Tua. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Tagovailoa. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Mike Hughes. The 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Badgley on for the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Tua. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Lions come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Detroit, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears.
I'm the best, and I got it, on my own. Get my way up, get my go. If I touch it, then it's cold, I'm the best.